All right. Welcome in, everybody. It's Phil Nagy, it's Kit Nagy, it's Nagy on Sports, and it's Browns time. Mere hours before the real kickoff. We do apologize for the delay, but we will get this one in before the real thing. They're all important now. Just kind of playing to see what next season will end up looking like. Of course, there's a 2.5% chance that everything goes right and they win out. They could squeak in, but by all accounts, you're trying to figure out what you've got ready for next year and getting that man right there to be as right as possible. Kit, how are we doing today?
Yeah, doing well, and you're absolutely right. It's less so about playoffs at this point. Certainly love to find a way in if you fall in, everything kind of went right and the sun, moon, and stars all align, but more so looking to build something here at the end of the year, really try to get this offense on the right track and DW4 going the right way, and see what you can build off of for next season and forward. And then also it's a good opportunity here for AB to see what does this roster look like, where are the places that you need to fill holes, and how can we best build around the stars that we have. So especially DW4, get the opportunity to see what do we need to do to help him out the most we can starting next season.
Absolutely. Browns defer to the second half, and they will kick. Welcome in, Karen. Welcome in, Chris G. Let's get it on. Cage Works kick will be down in the end zone. There he is, number 2, Tyler Huntley. We've played against him before. We know what his skill set is. A little bit maybe more live of an arm than Lamar has, and can still beat you with his legs, but not nearly as dynamic and shifty in the open field as Lamar is. But obviously, J.K. Dobbins back from injury, had 120 yards last week in their squeaker of a win over Pittsburgh. Hey, Mike. Hey, Larry. Welcome in, guys. So, starting in a shotgun, Huntley's back to pass. 4-man rush for the Browns coming. He'll go right side on the sideline. Knocked away. Greedy Williams playing some good defense there on Devin Duvernay. And that's a first down incompletion for the Browns defense.
Yeah, nice little coverage there from Greedy Williams, able to pressure the point of attack and knock it loose just in time.
Here comes Dobbins, and he'll run right into Myles Garrett for a loss of 3. Hello, welcome back, JK.
That's right. Welcome back. Myles Garrett has something to say about that in his face, and just really nicely shedding some blocks off the edge. Actually looked like he came free. I'm not sure what they were doing and what their plan was for picking him up, but you got to account for 95, run or pass.
Yeah, toss that run scheme out of the playbook. All right, Huntley now on a 3rd and long, and Myles will get home again, as this will be a drive that Morgan Moses wants to erase from the memory banks, and that will be a 3 and out. Look at him just get right around the veteran. Easy sack for Myles, and the Browns will force a punt.
Yeah, absolutely. And Mike, yeah, hopefully we will see, hopefully more than just glimmers of why Watson was brought to be the face of the franchise in this one. I think the energy that he'll be feeding off of for his first home start as the face of the Browns should hopefully get him going, and if we can have a nice efficient offensive effort from all 11, we should see some pretty good things from that man, because he has really started to trend the right direction, and most folks say two to 3 games in is about the time that it really starts to click again, and this is right on schedule for him to pop off in a big way.
Absolutely, and I feel like, I don't know if night and day is the difference. It was more like night and then like late in the morning, almost afternoon difference between his first 2 weeks. So you certainly saw some glimpses of it in that game. With Cincinnati, some throws that only 2 or 3 people on the planet can make, and he is one of them.
Yeah, no doubt. How about that effort there from Nick Chubb, just kind of feeling his way through some traffic. Really nice use of his blocks up front. Jedrick Wills involved, and some others getting him some room and finding a way to the first down. Nice job.
Absolutely, and I realized that when we went back and activated J.K. Dobbins that it screwed up the Browns depth chart, and unfortunately Ethan Posick is playing center right now, so I'm going to take him out very quickly and very sadly. because he is not actually going to be in there. And he does make a difference, as we have seen. The Browns have not run the ball nearly as effectively.
Yeah, well, actually, that whole O-line is
affected.
Yeah, that whole O-line is affected by his loss. He is a big piece of what they want to do up front, both in the run and pass game. And you know, nothing against Yelda Froholt, but he certainly is a fourth or you could consider even like a fifth string backup at that point, kind of playing out of position there at center.
Yep.
And you know, that result has been seen on the field.
Absolutely. Here's a 3rd and 6 now. Watson back to pass. He'll fire over the middle. Caught! He's got his man Cooper on the nice long dig. That backside dig, first down, strike to the 36 for the Browns.
Yeah, beautiful read there from Watson. Just saw that one pop right open and just puts a bullet downfield to put it on Cooper's hands. That was pretty, as you see him just popping open, and DW4 reads it beautifully and right on target. That was a nice play.
Sure did. We tried to find the white face masks, but they do not have a helmet in the game with white face masks, so we're rocking with the other ones. I apologize for the lack of realism on the Browns face masks for tomorrow. Or later, sorry, tomorrow. Later today, gosh.
That's right, here soon.
We're like 2 hours from kick right now.
That's right.
Chubb will try the right side for a yard. Now I formation coming into the game. Kareem Hunt lined up as the fullback. Watson, turn around. Play action out of it. Now he'll step up. Shot play, post, double coverage, and Cooper can't quite bring it down between Kyle Hamilton and Marcus Peters.
Yeah, nice ball placement where only Cooper could go up and get it, but unfortunately not able to come down with it.
And now right up the middle, pressure, and Calais Campbell have been a thorn in our simulated side essentially since the channel was created.
That's right, he has
It feels like Calais Campbell has been ruining our lives in a sim, and he's just going to get right around Froholt. That's a mismatch.
Yeah.
And nothing Yelda can do with that one.
Yeah. Nope. We were just talking about this. It's showing up on the field, both in the sim and in the real game, as 72 out of position, fourth and or fifth string center for these Browns. And really, the injuries this season has, I don't like to put it all at the door of the injuries and or the refs and some of those adverse things that
suspension,
or things that are outside of your control. I don't like doing that directly, but you can't say that they haven't played their part.
Absolutely, they have. All right, well, they try a 58-yarder with York, and he yanks it left, so great field position for Huntley and the Ravens here on drive number 2. Gus Edwards into the backfield. He'll probe the left side, and Ronnie Harrison shoves him to the ground. Nice play there.
Christy, who are you asking about? Not entirely sure, and what do you mean by all-in team?
Huntley steps in, and then he'll slide down to the 43. 3rd and 1 now. It's that heavy pistol look we've seen so many times from Lamar. I think he's talking about Calais Campbell. Remember, we signed him as a free agent in this year when we did before the free agency in the draft season.
Yes.
You're exactly right, Chris G. We did have him, and he was great for us, too.
Yeah. Well, I think that started like the all-in, when we went all-in, that wasn't actually Calais Campbell for that one. That was the one where we picked up
Fletcher Cox,
who was that original, nasty D-line that we had set up. Ooh, what a stop.
Oh, they're going to give him the spot, or was that 4th down?
No, I think that's 4th down. They just gave us the ball. Arrows on our side.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, he stopped him short. It was beautiful stop on 3rd down, too. Really credit the run defense on both of those plays, just filling gaps nicely and holding Baltimore short. That's tough to do.
Yes, you're thinking of, Chris, that was when Kit and I we played the part of Andrew Berry.
Right.
And we ran it back with Baker, and we drafted Garrett Wilson, and we had we need a veteran defensive tackle. Dropped the pick and then the catch. Both players, I think, got a chance to get it.
Yeah, I thought DPJ was going to come away with that. It would have been lots of room to run with too, because the defender had already committed. Oh, an ugly throw.
There's the ugly throw and the pick for Worley. And the Browns are going to give it right back. The exact same place the Ravens got the ball in the last drive, that 48-yard line. And just a terrible throw on the run there. Not even sure what he's trying to do. I guess the Chief is out there, but Bad throw for DW.
Certainly well played by Worley, but not an advisable pass to the outside there from Watson, as he just didn't seem to see him in that kind of sitting in the spot. Didn't give enough loft to get it over him, and an easy interception.
Indeed. All right, well, kind of back and forth sloppy football here to start the game. Little out route now to Mark Andrews, and Tony Fields is able to scoop him up and bring him to the ground. Now they're a little read option, a little veer concept, and Huntley will keep it himself, and they'll say he's a yard short. 3rd and 1 again. Jadavian Clowney on run defense that time. From the pistol, here's Dobbins. He will get the first down, just barely. Jermaine Carter playing some linebacker, former Carolina Panther in there. Haven't seen him much in the games yet, if any, but it may be coming now with yet another 4th Day 1 linebacker put on IR. 1st and 10 here, 6:07. Appreciate everybody being on. Phil Nagy, Kit Nagy, Nagy on Sports here just a couple hours before the real Browns kick this game off with our official, what is this, gosh, week 13, week 14 now? Sim, whatever we are. 15?
Yeah.
Week 15 sim already.
Yep.
Here's the veer again. Oh, Clowney blows up Dobbins, and Huntley's able to survive for a couple, setting up a 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap, Browns rush 4. Miles free again. Dobbins just does enough to throw him off to the side. Huntley's going to go short. That's Mark Andrews, and John Johnson right there with him. That's going to set up a 4th down, and I would assume Justin Tucker time. Hey, George, welcome in.
Yeah, I did double check just to make sure I wasn't taking crazy pills, but yes, it is week 15 this week in the NFL.
Week 15. Tucker will try here from 53. Headed to the non-dog pound end zone. And it's going to be up, and it's going to be good. 3-0 Ravens here. Whoops, backup quarterback Lamar Jackson is the holder. That's okay. He won't get in there at all because we don't have injuries turned on.
Right.
In game.
Or a
that's
not
true.
likely to fake. I was going to say not likely, but we've seen it before.
Yeah, if they run a fake field goal, we're in trouble.
Well, it's trouble too because he's got the option to run or pass probably, so he could definitely beat you either way.
All right, Watson back out on the field, needs to pick the team up through an interception on the last drive, which led to those 3 points. Here's Chubb up the middle, left side, nice blocking, 25 to the 30, Chubb, 35, past the 40, broken tackle, 45, and pushed out of bounds at the 49 by Marlon Humphrey.
And I want to credit here, highlight what Amari Cooper does out on the edge. Watch, and DPJ as well. Actually, it's DPJ primarily on the block on Humphreys that really sprung that. As both the receivers out in the blocking game for the run really doing a nice job sealing the edge for Chubb to work with, which just sprung him loose along the sideline. Beautiful blocking up front by those wide receivers.
And Chubb right there celebrating with Cooper. A little throw to the right side, very short, just a 1-yard gain to the Chief to set up 2nd and 9. Already 3 catches, but just 9 yards for David Njoku here in this first quarter. Here comes Kareem right up the middle, penetrating before he runs into Patrick Queen and then breaks through Queen, and Roquan Smith takes him down now, a 3rd and short. Wonder if they will have the money to be able to keep out route, but short of the line. Are you kidding me? A 1-yard route on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, play the sticks, gentlemen. Play the sticks.
Michael Woods will be short of the line to gain, makes the catch, but I don't like that particular play call or where he chose to run that route. Hey, Wendell, welcome in. No, but they were saying that like since week 9 when they traded for Roquan Smith, we're going to try another 59-yarder here from Cade. And they're going to make him shank this one left as well. No love in the virtual kicking game today. Why keep trying it then?
Yeah, I'm not sure why they're trying that, especially, I mean, I think the real Cade York probably makes that, but yeah, the Browns are probably going for that anyway.
Yeah, they would just go for it. All right, heavy pistol look here again, up the middle to Dobbins. He'll try the left side, and Tony Fields is waiting. Dobbins now 6 carries for just 2 yards. That would be a great way to start the game later today.
Yes, it would.
Give it to the right side now, Dobbins. He'll get the outside little hole for J.K. all the way up near the marker, and he'll go down. It'll say 3rd and inches. JJ3, the last one in the line of defense. Oh, option keeper, and everybody bites on Dobbins. Huntley to the right side, and he'll have the first down. Good on Miles and Taven Bryan to chase the play down, but a big run for Tyler Huntley, and a first down, Ravens.
Yeah, that little bit of misdirection where you're not expecting Huntley to run with it, and is enough. You see Miles get fooled out on the edge. He's supposed to have that contained.
Up the middle now with Dobbins. This time they're ready for him. They'll bring him down right away. Yeah, Wendell, I mean, it's definitely silly season on Twitter, on talk radio, and like all these people just pounding the drum to get rid. They can't be that dumb. Like you know he's not going to get fired. It was as soon as the suspension was 11 games. This was a free pass year. Whatever happened, he wasn't going to get canned. Same with Andrew Berry. You're not going to get rid of him until you see what it looks like, and he gets his guy for the whole year, the whole offseason, all that stuff. It's just absolutely. Now, might they move on from Prefer? How about Tony Fields with a big sack on third down? Might they move on from Woods? Possibly. Might they get rid of some defensive position coaches? Possibly. But they're not firing Kevin Stefanski, nor should they.
No,
He's been your winningest coach in 50 years or something, or not 50 years, 30 years. I don't know why you would boot him now.
Certainly, and we've absolutely seen what he can be for this team when he's got his guys executing. He's gotten them there before. When he's got a full season with the guys that are supposed to be the core of your team, which starts with number 4. I mean, you can't understate how important that is. And yes, absolutely, 100%. This was a pass for him, for AB, on this season. As soon as that 11-game suspension dropped and going against Robinson's verdict, that's just how it was going to be. But realistically, Browns fans are so quick to forget how chaotic the Browns have been since they came back. And I mean, you remember the losing, but what got us there? It was all the chaos of all the firings, and they keep changing everything. You don't go and just fire everybody because you lose. It's just, unfortunately, it's like catching lightning in a bottle. Your odds of just changing everything and then it suddenly working is slim to none. And the more that you do that kind of stuff, the more chaos you're sowing in your own franchise, and the more likely we're just going to be an awful franchise for the long term.
Sure, they try to go sneaky little draw on a third down, and the Ravens are ready for it. The Browns have been slow to get started on offense, now down 6-0, and Bajorquez will have to come in to punt. Yes, just silly. It's the same reason that, well, they got $30 million in cap. What are they doing? Why aren't they signing anybody? Because this year doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter. I'm sorry, it sucks.
Well,
we
also
have to sit through it.
I mean,
but if we were tanking for the number 1 pick or something to get Stroud, we would sit here and we'd be losing worse than we are. I mean, it's just, I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me. It really doesn't.
It's like
how can you not see how obvious the plan is? Is Miles going to chase Huntley down from the back? Look at that pursuit, but Huntley is able to stay in front of him. Kid took big tackle at the 41. Well, but that was... I'm not necessarily... But welcome in, Mason. I'm not necessarily sure what you mean by the statement. We didn't actually fire Bill Belichick. He left after the Ravens situation. So that wasn't a situation where it was like, we're not happy with the team and let's fire anybody.
Right. Well, ironically, I think the only person on the or the only entity, well, any person, I guess, but outside of Browns fans and the city of Cleveland that hates Modell as much as we do has got to be Bill Belichick.
Bill Belichick. That was an awesome story about how
so
he voted
cool.
for he voted for Ravens to go to the Pro Bowl so that Modell would have to pay their way.
That's right.
I mean, in the Haslam regime, the only... Oh, I see what you mean. No, you're right. Freddie Kitchens hasn't gone and lifted up somewhere. Hugh Jackson's at, losing at Grambling State or wherever he's at. So you're right. But who was making those decisions before? Again, DePodesta wanted McDermott. Would you have taken McDermott 5 years ago? I think you would have. He wanted Kevin a year before Freddie. Would you have taken Fred? So anyway, all that being said, I think Stefanski's a good coach. Most importantly, he gets the most out of his quarterbacks. Like, look at Brissett before Stefanski and after. Look what Baker has done after Stefanski, and what we hope that Watson can do after Stefanski. Look at Kirk Cousins has had his best seasons under Stefanski. Like, he is the developer of QBs, and that's the most important thing that you need from a coach in this league.
Right.
But I think in the Haslam era, the only thing that you could probably kick yourself for, and it was funny because there's some pictures going around from it this week, is Kyle Shanahan and Mike McDaniel, who you had on your offensive staff that year with Pettin, and then they forced Manziel on him, and Shanahan was like, deuces, I'm out of here.
Exactly, because it was the wrong call, and he knew it, and he protested with his feet, which is exactly what you should do in a position like that, where he's not allowed to make the best choice in the interest of the franchise, and it's being forced upon him, and even though he knows it's not in the interest of the franchise. I think there's a lot to be said about the fact that it's another ugly throw.
Come on, Deshaun, what are you doing?
I don't know what that was. But there's a lot to be said just for the fact that, unlike any other time in the history of the Browns since coming back to the NFL, there has not been an alignment between the decision makers, front office, coaching that we have right now. And yeah, certainly some pieces of that coaching staff may very well be replaced, and you're always looking to get better. But removing part of that alignment is going to sow more chaos, because you're bringing in the opportunity for more discord in front office, decision makers, and coaching.
2nd and 13 now. All right, we'll get back to the sim now. We've been talking about it a lot, but they're not firing Stefanski, Wendell. It's just for clicks and whatever the radio equivalent of clicks are. 3rd and 13, 8:25. I just thought it was, like, I guess one more thing that I'll say about it. And I put this in our Discord as well, is Huntley's going to try to scramble 3rd and 13. A lot of space to the right side, and he'll slide before getting popped by Greg. On our local sports station here in Columbus, the middle of the day guys do a weekly spot with Adam Schefter, and they ask him a bunch of questions or whatever. And so they ask him about Stefanski being on the hot seat, and Schefter laughs. He's like, "Are you kidding me? Are people actually saying that?"
Yeah.
And they're like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Oh, that's so dumb." He's like, "He's a great coach. He's, you know what I mean? He's like, he would get hired somewhere else so fast. Like, the Browns shouldn't be dumb enough to do that." That's the national perspective. Well, that Schefter was like shocked that it's even a conversation.
Yeah, exactly. Have you seen the interview that Rich Eisen did with Sean McVay after the Baker Mayfield extravaganza after a day and a half?
I did not know.
One of his biggest points of emphasis in that, and kind of crediting the success outside of just Baker Mayfield, because Baker Mayfield in that situation really rose to the challenge. He gave a lot of credit to Baker himself, but he gave tons of credit to Kevin Stefanski and that, Van Pelt and all of the coaching here in Cleveland that helped Baker be ready to rise to that challenge.
I did not hear that. It was interesting, though.
Yeah, it's an interesting interview, so worth taking a look at.
Chubb tries to throw a man off him. Cantwell lose a yard. He's got 67 yards. He's had a very good first half, a couple of big chunk runs, but the Browns just cannot get out of their own way. Mostly 2 Deshaun Watson interceptions thus far. Wendell, you're going to definitely see a defensive tackle upgrade, either free agency or the draft, or both. I mean, you're not going to get like a Jalen Carter.
Yep. Well,
a day one game changer. So, yeah, it's probably going to be somebody more in free agency, as Chubb's now in the zone, and he's going to fall forward just a yard short.
Yeah, you got to go for this here again. I think the Browns certainly would go for this. Obviously you're within field goal range, and of course Digital Browns will not. But with Chubb in the zone, this is a go for it and run Nick Chubb right up the middle.
Yep, 35-yarder, just about an extra point, and York drills it through. 6-3 here on the Saturday edition of some Browns football. 3 games today. I haven't watched it, but it sounds like the Vikings are absolutely crapping the bed right now against the Colts.
I can tell you just a second. Hold on, I'll pull it up. Yeah, 33-0 at half. Holy cow.
Oh, wow. That's a beat down.
Yeah. Yep. I think crapping the bed is an apt description of it.
All right, here, 4:25 to go, first half. So anyway, we'll try to put that coach conversation to bed. But again, I can't say that I wouldn't be shocked because of the other things that Jimmy Haslam have done that have shocked me. But if they fire Stefanski, then they deserve every bit of losing that has come to their franchise for being so inept at their jobs.
Yep.
Which should be to pay the checks and get the heck out of the way and let the people do what they know how to do.
Absolutely.
Back to pass, maybe stepping up at the pocket over the middle. Dangerous throw. Prochet will come down with it, but a 4th and 2, and the Browns will get a stop. Maybe call a timeout here.
Well, credit this defense. Credit this defense for really being stiff after some adverse situations. Offense putting them in some bad spots. The last drive in particular, this one off of some points at least, but still only a field goal. Defense continuing to be up to task and holding the Ravens in check. But to your point about defensive tackles, look at what AB has done in the first 3 seasons. First, he focused on the offensive side, then he focused on the defensive side, then he focused on the special teams this last offseason. And now he's got kind of the pieces and parts and stuff in place where he wants it. I mean, obviously some things to adjust, but now he can start doing more spot treatment type adjustments where D tackle may be the position that he targets in free agency, in the draft. It could be a lot of things. Could be wide receiver core. There could be a lot of places, maybe O-line depth. But there's a lot of things that they can look to do now that they've really had their single season to work on all 3 units, or off season to work on all 3 units. Now the opportunity to really do the full comprehensive roster building starts.
Yep, blitz coming. Watson picks it up, but it's going to be dropped by Donovan Peoples-Jones. Heavy coverage from Marlon Humphrey. 1:54 now. They're entering the 2-minute phase here. Blitz coming again from the Ravens. Watson feels the pressure, goes across the middle. He's got Cooper. Broken tackle to the 40 into Raven territory. Browns driving now. Yeah,
Cooper creating a little bit of space there, and Watson puts a beautiful ball right on him in stride. Nicely done there.
Watson again firing short left side. This one's caught by Donovan Peoples-Jones. Shotgun snap here. Back to pass. Blitz coming again. Ravens aggressive so far on this drive over the middle, and it's a bad pass that's picked again. 3 first half interceptions for Deshaun is not the way you want to draw it up.
Yeah, and I can't imagine that's very likely to happen at all, as we're seeing some just poor decision making here from Watson as he's putting the ball into awkward positions. That one behind his receiver, you could see really not in a good spot with the defender in a better place to make a play on the ball. Not sure what's going on there for number 4.
Left side up in the air, tipped up in the air. Oh no, Browns are still on their feet to try to pick it off as it falls out of bounds. Rookie Linderbaum snaps it back to Huntley. Huntley was under duress a lot in that first couple of drives. Haven't seen a lot of pressure since. It's just 5 for 9 for 17 yards through the air. Firing over the middle and incomplete.
That one was created by pressure, so back in it was Myles Garrett in his face. And now he did step up into the pressure, which was not the best choice from Huntley. Kind of caused his own error there, but on the other hand, still affected the throw. Throw was off target, and now we have a punt.
Here we go. Peoples-Jones will be taken down right away by Brandon Stevens, former Penn State Nittany Lion. 33 seconds, 3 timeouts. Try to get yourself into Cade York range if possible. Watson with a little bunch to the right side. Kareem on his left hip. Blitz coming again. Kareem doesn't stay in. And now Watson will throw it late over the middle. He's got his man. It's Peoples-Jones past the 40 to the 42, and the Browns call timeout. Thought we were going to have another broken in play interception again. But that time he's able to complete the pass. Here comes the blitz again. Lots of white jerseys coming. Fires over the middle again. It's Kareem into Baltimore territory. Timeout number 2 called.
and suddenly a nice drive with some actually quality clock management here from Madden as they're putting the ball in a good spot downfield. Still one timeout to work with. They're going to spread them out here. 19 ticks. Use the sideline and at least try to come away with a field goal.
I cannot believe how much the Ravens blitzed, and then of course that time didn't blitz and were able to get a sack as Jed Wills is exposed by Odafe Owe. And the Browns going to just, what are they doing?
I don't know.
Finally, at 6 seconds, they call timeout.
I just credit them with
set
nice.
Up Kate York for a 64-yarder.
I just credit them with nice clock management, and they go and do that. What the heck was that?
And they kick it with enough time left for Huntley to try. Actually, they could probably just turn around and try. They're going to turn around and try Justin Tucker from the same spot.
Ugh. What are we doing?
Because there's 1 second left, and they'll probably give it to Tucker because the game is obsessed with Justin Tucker. Of course it's good. From 64, what a ridiculous 6-point swing at the end of the half. Oh, my.
Just the insanity of that. That was... Ugh, only in Madden. Only in Madden. This drive and turn of events brought to you by Madden.
Yeah, all right. Well, 9-3, 15 minutes back on the clock. Oh, if you're going to kick the desperation field goal, you cannot do it with any time left. Just an absolute horrible call. Call that timeout with 2 seconds left then. Up to the 25. All right, Deshaun, 11 for 18, 112 yards, 3 interceptions. Certainly not the way that he would want to draw it up. And again, I'm not prognosticating that for a future stat line today.
No.
Nick Chubb still in the zone. They'll stretch it right side. He'll get a couple. He's got 82 yards. He had 78 yards rather in the first half. Keep giving him the rock. Now there were some people saying, again, I don't know the legalities of this. You'd have to make up an injury or something, but especially when JOK went out and we lost the game and everything, as this one's going to be caught by Kareem Hunt, but he's out of bounds, 4th and 3, and they'll punt. It's basically like, listen, just shelf Chubb, shelf Garrett, Chubb, like don't play any of your elite players to get them really injured.
That's not going to happen.
I don't think it's going to happen either, but I thought it was an interesting take.
I mean, the biggest reason for that not to happen is how are you going to expect Deshaun Watson to come into his own without your core group of guys? I mean, that's a disservice to the face of your franchise.
Sure, that's fair. 2nd and 6 after that little kind of release block. Throw it to Mark Andrews. Now they'll go up the middle with Dobbins again. He'll try the right side, and he's going to be shut down. Denzel. Little Buckeye on Buckeye crime there, 3rd and 6. Pistol look for Huntley. Tyler back to pass. Pressure kind of around him. He'll throw it short to the right side, and Greg Newsome's able to rip Prochet to the ground, short of the line. And a punt upcoming for the rookie, Jordan Stout. Fourth and 3. Again, Phil Nagy, Kit Nagy joining you here. Nagy on Sports. Appreciate everybody. Hope you're having a great day. If you want to join us on our Discord channel, you can use the invite link in the description of this video. And then a little bit later, you can hop on and chat with us during the Real Browns game if that's something you'd like to do via the Discord community. They'll go left side stretch, and it's just going to be blown up by guess who? Calais Campbell.
Of course, why not?
2nd and 10. Good balance for the Browns. They run at 21, passed at 19. Across the middle, there's Jalen Darden. His first catch as a Cleveland Brown. Former Tampa Bay Buccaneer. Shifty, fast. 1 catch now, 6 yards for Darden.
Yeah, nice. I mean, taking advantage of his talent and what he does. He's a slighter of stature, but you certainly expect him to make those shifty plays like that one.
Indeed. There's a little out route, and this one appropriately yarded to get the first down. Marcus Peters on coverage, but Njoku actually ran a 5-yard out on 3rd and 4.
Yeah, absolutely. Play into the sticks like you should on 3rd down. That's such a big part of what you want to do on offense. If you want to be successful and keep stay ahead of the sticks.
Coach at left side. Chubb breaking some tackles. Will pick up a couple more as he ticks towards 100. They said he hasn't had a 100-yard game since Posick went out. Is that right? 6 weeks. They said he hasn't eclipsed 100 on the ground.
I'd have to look. I don't know. It might be true.
Quick throw to the right side. Outlet to Hunt. It breaks the tackle. 45, 50. First down, 45 to the 40 of Raven territory. How about that individual effort?
Absolutely. And give him tons of credit, but I'm gonna credit here Woods with just holding on to his block. I mean, that was a long time out there on the edge, holding on to a block for a wide receiver, and that springs Hunt for a whole bunch more after he made that beautiful play to get loose.
Thrown to the ground there, just nowhere to go despite fighting tackles. Didn't lose yards though, so he stays in the zone. They'll run him to the left side. This time he's got a little bit of a hole. Nice play there by Batonio and Wills to create a little bit of a gap, but he just couldn't press it. 3rd and 7. Back to pass, Watson. Pressure, now he'll stand and fire. Wide open again over the middle, Cooper. When he's got time to play on his feet, he can really, really deliver the ball with some pace. And Cooper's got a nice long first down again on that dig route.
Yeah, this one is just taking advantage of what you've been scheming up here as they've been looking to try to get Cooper free in some space over the middle. They do just that right there.
Yep, left side, Chubb. First down run to the 10. Nearing the 5-yard line. That might get him over the 100-yard mark here today. Still in the middle of the 3rd quarter. For Nick Chubb. They're not going to give us the immediate feedback on the stats up there now. They're going to go goal line set here. 1st and goal from the 6. They're going to run it left side to Chubb. Past the 5, give him maybe the 3. He's got 107 now in the game. Now they'll spread him out on a 2nd and goal. Kareem next to Deshaun. They'll give it to Kareem. He'll try the right side. Touchdown Browns! The first touchdown of the game, and it's Kareem Hunt into the end zone. And the Browns a kick away from taking the lead.
And that graphic was hilarious as Kareem Hunt levitated on his little dance because there wasn't anyone behind him to actually lift him as that little celebration is supposed to have.
That little like lift and twist, that lift and twist celebration. There wasn't anybody home, so he just did it on his own.
Just a magical levitation from Hunt from a standstill. Pretty impressive.
Yes, it was. A couple of impact plays from Kareem on that drive. That one obviously a big one.
Oh, yeah.
First touchdown of the game belongs to the Browns. 11-play, 72-yard drive. Good runs, good passes. That was Cleveland Browns football.
It sure was.
Finally.
It sure was, and because you've been holding, the other side to field goals here, it gives the Browns their first lead of the game.
Sure has. Good point. Even the joke end of half field goal.
That's right.
From 64 towards the dog pound.
That's right.
How about that? 292 to 72 in total yards right now. That's because your quarterback gave him 3 free short field possessions.
Yep.
Nice move by Dobbins. He's got the first down. He'll take a shot from Newsome, but the damage is done. A first down run. Yeah. Almost doubling his total yardage for the day on one run.
I didn't catch who it was, but a very apparent missed tackle there. Could have held him much shorter, but allowed for extra yardage from Dobbins.
Heavy pistol, they'll go Dobbins again, and this time he runs right into Miles, and there's Jermaine Carter again. Or excuse me, Clowney on that side this time. Don't want to negatively speak about Jadeveon Clowney. 2nd and 11. Back to pass, Huntley. Short throw right side to Mark Andrews. Deion Jones will drag him to the ground just a pickup of about 6 or 7 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 5 now for the Ravens. Can the Browns get off the field one more time? Pressure coming. He'll step up. Huntley first down and more. He'll take a shot, but then the ball's punched out for Miles. And the Browns pick it up. It's Perion Winfrey falling on it. What a play. Hold up the man, and the second guy punches it out. Beautiful play for the Browns defense.
Yeah, credit this defense for just stepping up in a big way in this game, really finding their own here and finding a nice little opportunity to pop it out, not expecting the tackle from behind, and that punch just absolutely catches him by surprise. Jars the ball loose, and the Browns got on it quickly. Nicely done.
And now a lot of momentum for the Browns. Here's Dearness Johnson into the game. He'll try the left side. Oh, just can't squeak by. Otherwise, he's got a nice big gain. There were a lot of green grass to that direction, but he's caught right at the line, unfortunately, by Matabuki. Oh, they're going to run a little pitch. Uh-oh! What was that?
I don't know.
Went forward and then backward, I think.
It was really awkward animation is what it was. It looked like he was trying to be they were trying to do a tackle and pitch animation at the same time, and it just did not work. It broke physics.
Oh, we're not going to see that. Yeah, that's that shovel option where he can shovel it to Chubb underneath, or he can pitch it back to Kareem. Opts to pitch to Kareem. It's a great run. Ends up being about a 12-yard game. It just looked like he threw the ball forward, and then all of a sudden it boomeranged back to Kareem Hunt. That was wild.
It was wild.
That's one of those plays that works much better in real life, I think, than Madden tries to do their best with the pitch animation, especially like the RPO stuff too.
Yep.
All right, 3rd and 9 now. Browns need a first down from the pistol. Back to pass. More blitzing coming from the Ravens. Watson firing to no one.
He's been incredibly inaccurate on the move
in
this game, and that's led to a lot of his woes. At least 2 of his interceptions have been off of poor platform throws.
And another yank for Cade York, but I think we're going to get a running into the kicker. We are roughing the kicker, and that'll be a free first down for the Browns. Chuck Clark roughs the kicker. York had yanked it left, and now the Browns will have a first down at the 21.
Yeah, huge mistake there from the Ravens.
Yes.
As that's going to give them new life here to punch one in, which would be a big difference in this game.
Yes, it would. Throw quickly to the right side. That's Michael Woods. And Woods will be pushed out of bounds at the 11-yard line. Under center, Deshaun will turn around, give it to Kareem. Right side, Kareem. First down past the 10 to the 7. And now we've got a 1st and goal upcoming for the Browns.
Yeah, and instead of being a potential 4-point swing, Cade York had actually missed it. So the fact that he didn't make it and you rough the kicker, giving an opportunity for a touchdown is a big deal.
Yes, it is. Now maybe his miss had something to do with getting roughed, but we'll see. Here comes Chubb, left side, angle route, on the stretch to the left side, and he picks up 4, sets up 2nd and goal from the 3. Shotgun, Watson, here comes Chubb again, walks into the end zone. Touchdown Browns, 2 rushing touchdowns in the 3rd quarter. Growing the Browns' lead now.
Yeah, credit number 75 with that incredible block coming across the position and then just picking up the D tackle that was trying to squeeze down the line, and that sprung Chubb into the end zone with absolutely nobody there to contest.
17-9 now. How big was that play from Myles Garrett? Again, pursuing Huntley from the back. They slowed him down, and Myles punches that thing out. Browns scoop it up, drive 48 yards, aided by a roughing the kicker. And all of a sudden, 17-9 now. Ravens starting to look like they're in a little bit of trouble. They'll run it again. Nope, option keeper to the right side, rather. Huntley had just fumbled on the previous drive. He's got 11 carries for 64 yards, but that fumble's got to be lurking in the back of his mind.
Yeah, it certainly does seem that way.
They'll spread him out. Huntley, 2-step drop. They'll throw a little screen to the left side to Prochet. It's pursued well. Deion Jones. Man, today would be a great day for Deion Jones to just be like, hey, remember the All-Pro who played for the Falcons? Here I am.
Yeah, that would be awesome. And we need it. That linebacker core is super thin.
We have to have it. Yeah, we have to have it. Well, and if he wants to play here next year and have a job next year, he needs to string some games together.
Oh, for sure.
Option keeper again for Huntley, right side. This time Ward and Taven Bryan smash them together, 3rd and 4. Back to pass, 3rd and 4. Huntley over the middle, and it's almost picked off. I thought Tony Fields had it, just couldn't quite squeeze it all the way in. Incomplete is the result, and Stout will punt it away.
Well, still a punt, but certainly would have been much better field position. Even if he's tackled right in that spot, that would have been a clutch interception. Unfortunately, unable to come up with it.
Yes, it would have. All right, let's get something for Deshaun through the air here now. We've had a couple of rushing touchdowns. 14-18 on the clock. Over the middle, caught by the Chief. And then kind of pushed near the first down marker. How about that? They're going to get him all the way up to an 8-yard gain. He caught that at about a 4-yard gain.
That was impressive.
Number 18 there, Roquan Smith. I'm interested to see if they give him big money. Eventually, they're either going to have to move on or sign Lamar. And if they sign Lamar, it'll hamstring their position in hamstring their finances in other positions, of course.
Yep.
That's why everybody's so tries to win and spend as much money. You think about a team like the Eagles, right? They're paying Jalen Hurts like a third-round draft pick salary. So they can go out and buy the farm of free agents and try to win now and give A.J. Brown crazy contracts and stuff because they haven't had to pay Hurts yet. As soon as they will, some of those guys are going to go away. 2nd and 10. Although interesting, I saw a fact by one of the Browns Twitter guys who's really good at explaining cap stuff, who says there's only 3 guys who they owe. How did he explain? I don't know how he said. There's basically only 3 people on the roster that are guaranteed any money next year because of the way that they've structured their deals, which seems crazy to me. And it's like Greg Newsome, Deshaun Watson, and Denzel Ward are the only 3 players who are have to be paid something next year. Everybody else can be manipulated in some way,
right,
which seems wild to me. Baltimore's going to challenge this catch by Kareem Hunt.
Interesting challenge here. It looked to be pretty clearly in as he had both toes in. Yeah. Here, let's see where control is. Control's right there. Toe taps.
That's a really nice catch.
Question is, does the right foot actually come all the way down? It's hard to tell from that angle, but that's going to be what they're looking at.
It is hard to tell, but what a catch from Kareem Hunt.
Yep.
And they're going to say that he got it. First down, Browns into Raven territory at the 44-yard line. Trips to the left side. They'll run it to that direction. Here's Chubb again. He's over 100 yards today, and he's got 130 actually on 26 touches today. Turn around, Nick Chubb runs kind of into the back of Yelda Froholt, able to still get positive yards. 3rd and 5. Positive yard, rather. Back to pass. Whoop. What was that? I'm not sure what that was. A very, very slow developing, I don't know if it was an RPO or a play action. That was weird.
It was odd, as really you had a double team out there on Owe, and I'm not sure why they just kind of let him get outside of him as Watson was working to the outside. I'm not sure if that was just miscommunication between the O-line and Watson in terms of what the play call was.
What is happening? Why does Madden keep doing this?
I don't know.
63 yards. What are you doing?
Well, and the fact that we've done this,
Terrible
3
kick.
or 4 times now in this ball game, and the Ravens haven't put more points on the board is just a huge testament to what this defense has done.
Yeah, they have played their tail off today. This is so gross. Darn you, Coach Mode, for being broken.
Oh, nice play from Garrett.
Yeah, big play there. Dobbins having a little bit of a rough day now. Just 24 yards on 14 carries. He's taking some shots as well. Heavy pistol look. We've got just under 10 to go in the game. Phil Nagy, Kit Nagy on sports. Hope everybody's having a lovely Saturday here. Just 1 week now before Christmas. Hope everybody is doing well. Thank you so much to our subscribers. You guys are the best. If you hadn't had a chance yet to sub or subbed from all of your Gmail accounts, we would appreciate that as we continue. Nice play by Ward to knock it down. 4th down. They'll try a 62-plus yard field goal. We appreciate the subscriptions as we continue to work our way towards 1,000. And of course, because it's Justin Tucker, he'll make his second 62-plus yard field goal of the day. Just silly.
Yep. Yeah, no love for Cade York in this game, but they sure do love Justin Tucker. And I understand Justin Tucker is very much established as a,
one of the greatest kickers of all time.
Yeah, I mean, and he's got the record in the NFL with that 66-yarder that he put off the crossbar that just trickled in against the Lions. I mean, it's been one of those things. I understand why you have him so good in the game, but you do feel a little bit of disrespect for Cade York, and I understand he's a rookie and he has had some kicks blocked and things, but you certainly feel like either you don't put him out in those positions, or you give him the respect that he actually can kick some of those field goals, one or the other, but not both, where you're sitting in this he can't kick it, but we're going to make him kick it anyway.
2 runs for Nick Chubb, both losing yards. That takes him out of the zone for the first time this half. Pressure coming, throws over the middle, caught, coming back to the football, but he's got a lot of work to do as the Chief. and he will not do so. So the Browns will have to punt this one away. It's just a 5-point game. Feels like they went awfully conservative already.
Yep.
With 7.5 to go in the game.
Sure does.
Bojorquez to punt it away. All the way up. Nice punt, angling to the right side. Fair catch made at the 24 by Tylan Wallace. Hey, John, welcome in. 1st and 10 now. Browns lead by 5. 7:22 to go. Huntley in a shotgun now. Browns defense has been very, very good despite a lot of extra possessions for stupid reasons for the Ravens. Can they shut them down a couple more times? We'll find out.
Yeah, nice combo there. Jadeveon Clowney along with Tony Fields to stop that run in its tracks.
And that one's going to be incomplete on the right side. Welcome in, Fellergren. Go Browns. 3rd and 10 now. Again, 363 to 116 total yardage today. Again, the only reason over the middle and knocked away by Ward. They'll punt.
Oh, he had absolutely had position there. I thought that was going to be a pick and maybe even a 6.
The only real reason the Ravens are even in the game is because Watson threw 3 first-quarter interceptions. And then, for whatever reason, Madden has decided that Cade York kicking 63 and 4 and 5-yard field goals is the right choice, and they keep giving the Ravens really, really short fields on every single one of them, which he has missed. 17-12 now, 6:36 to go. Watson in a shotgun. Play action. That's that same play that he got sacked on before. It's a little levels concept, though. Peoples-Jones breaking tackles, trying to stay in bounds up to the 42-yard line of Baltimore. So that was that same play that he got sacked on 3rd down.
Yeah, that time finally throwing an accurate ball on the unstable platform as he gets it out to DPJ nicely on that levels concept, and nice read, nice execution, and that's more like we expect out of Watson on the move, not the nonsense we've seen in this game.
He's elite on the move out of the pocket. I'm not sure why he's not been actually leaving the pocket more in this game. Floating it right side, caught over the shoulder. There's 2 tight ends in the same spot.
Yeah, oddly running to the same spot on both tight ends, but only the Chief accelerates to go get the ball as Brown just kind of sat there looking at it over his shoulder. It was odd. Very weird animation there.
2nd and 6 for this Browns put-away drive. They're setting up screen left side. Watson floats it to Chubb. He's got 1 block. Breaks a tackle, rather, to the 35 and pushed out of bounds at the 35. Sets up a 3rd and 3 now. We haven't seen a successful Browns screen pass in a while. 3rd and 3 now. Blitz coming. Big blitz. Chubb stays to help. Spinning. Firing. Dropped again. Peoples-Jones with Peters all over him. And now they'll try Cade from 52. Let's see if the disrespect is real again. And hey, they have him making one.
Yeah, but not like Cade York. He just barely drops it in over the crossbar.
Sure
You'd expect the real Cade York to put that one almost over top of the from 52. I mean, he can make it practically from 70, so that would be near the top of the pylons there.
It would be near the tops of the net. Yep.
Yeah, and the question is, does he miss left or right? Which is or get blocks because he's got the low. But either way, it does not read like Cade York at all. It reads like a Zerline or sorry, not Zerline, Gonzalez, or like one of any number of kickers that we had prior on the Browns roster that were not have the power that Cade York does.
Yep, for sure. I'm sure there's some in-game nerfing happening too.
Oh, yeah.
Because they made him miss so many field goals. I'm sure his overall ratings have gone down, but still, it's like, come on.
Yeah, but it's not it shouldn't be a power nerf. It should be if anything, a directional nerf. But because I mean, the kid kicks an absolute stinger. I mean, he sure does. He just launches it off of his foot.
Well, I think it was interesting. It was a couple games ago where Jay Feely was the color guy, and they were kind of asking him about it. And he said he went back and watched every single one of York's kicks this year, and he said for him it's a plant foot issue.
Yeah.
Because they were trying to talk about, lots of kickers have had their worst season with Bojorquez as the holder. Is it a Bojorquez thing? And Feely was like, actually, it's not, Ben. I went through and watched him, and for him, it's just like a slight inconsistency with his plant foot.
No, they've actually
feels like something that I can fix.
Yeah, they've actually got, and I think they or at least recently they have, addressed that. And he looks a lot better right now. But which is why I'm surprised they didn't try him on that that 62 3-yarder.
Oh, right, whatever it was, at the end of the half.
But because he certainly wanted it. It felt like he probably would have drilled it. Bajorquez has not been the issue. They've got him absolutely dialed in. He's been very good from the holding position.
2-minute warning here now, 3rd and 4. Browns defense has played well all game. Do they have one more stop in them? That's going to be a first down right at the 30. Another short completion to Mark Andrews. 2 timeouts now, threading the seam. He's got Duvernay breaking tackles to the 5, and now a 1st and goal for the Ravens. 1:22, they went no huddle, saving that timeout. Oh, Clowney absolutely getting mugged. No call, and a throw to this 2-yard line.
Well, that feels very true to life. No calls for the Browns DNs.
Over the middle, back of the end zone, wide open, Mark Andrews. And I'm assuming they're going to go for 2 here.
Yeah, I think they have to in that spot. But
58 and a half minutes of great defense.
Certainly gives the defense an opportunity to go out here and just win the ball game.
Yep, it does. You're right. That's true. Browns will have a minute and 3 timeouts should they convert. But yes, getting a stop here would make it feel a lot better. Back to pass, Huntley. Pressure coming. Now he'll step up. Back of the end zone again. Open Prochet. Some inadvertent picks happening there in the middle. And a beautiful 10-play, 75-yard drive. Huntley was 6 for 6 on that drive. And you could see there just dudes streaking in front of each other. The Browns defenders kind of got lost. Now 20-20 with 1 minute to go. Browns with 3 timeouts. They probably need to get to the 52, 53-yard range for what they have. Nick York, there's Nick Chubb, Cade York kicking today.
Yep, and certainly an opportunity with 1:01 and 3 timeouts for Watson to really put together a nice 2-minute drive. As you see, he starts out early with a nice little throw over the middle to pick up a first down.
They're going to go no huddle. They will not call the timeout. Now he'll go right side. He tried to give it away. Late throw. And Stevens almost house called that one.
Yeah, and that would have been game, set, match right there.
Oh, it would have been.
And this will. Yuck.
Dear God. Classic Brownsing. Oh, man. Hey, Don, welcome on. Oh, the 4th interception of the day for Watson, and it's just awful.
Inexplicable. That was horrible. As Peters had I'm surprised he didn't house call it, considering he just needed to keep running. He kind of cut to the inside inexplicably, as Madden is wont to do, but
4 turnovers now. Maybe you just let him score and get the ball back. That's probably
you have to
your
do.
safest chance.
Yeah, push him into the end zone.
Having a chance.
Yeah, push him into the end zone. You want them to score. Give yourself as much clock remaining to try to tie this up, because that's your only chance here after that just dreadful attempt on offense.
It's just so. Someone had put it earlier. It's just so realistic. Used to call this Brownsing. Just inexplicable giving up of games at the end, like the Jets game, for instance.
Right. Well, we've had a tradition of it here in Madden here.
We sure have.
The Brownsing, but specific to Madden, where it's just maddening stuff at the end.
Yes. All right, 22 seconds. They still have all 3 timeouts. Watson shotgun, back to pass. He'll roll to the right. Fire deep. Nice catch, though, right there in space is Michael Woods. They call timeout quickly. Wow. Up to the midfield stripe just about. Watson, 15 seconds, back to pass. One-handed snap catch. Rolling. Heaving deep right side. Men are in the end zone. Tipped and incomplete.
And why are we just throwing up Hail Marys? Yuck. I mean, call a play to the sideline. You got timeouts. You mean you got the clock to do it, and we're just doing nonsense like that? I mean, that's not how you win ball games.
Nope. And this one's actually going to be caught by the Chief, but too little, too late. They ran themselves out of time, and the Browns choke it away at the end, which sadly has been accurate from time to time, and the Ravens will win this one 27-20. I can't wait to force win this one.
Ugh.
Get rid of those 4 gross picks
That was
for
just
Deshaun.
gross all around. The defense, the only thing that really was on point for you here is the offense just was abysmal. Really gave this game away horribly as the defense did everything they could to try to come up with a win. In fact, they were spectacular throughout, but they were up against it when the offense was horrible, doing nothing to do anything for what the defense had given to them. So very unfortunate, and really just a gross outcome all across.
Huntley passed for 75 yards in this one. Deshaun, 25 of 38, 301, 4 interceptions, no touchdowns. Nick Chubb had 131 yards rushing, and then his last couple carries went backwards. Still a solid day from him and Kareem. The Chief with 9 catches, 79 yards, 5 for DPJ, 3 for Coop, 3 for Woods, 3 for Kareem Hunt. A couple of drops as well. Defensively speaking, Wyatt Teller with 6 pancakes. How about them apples? Leading tackler for the Browns today, Tony Fields. 15 of them for him. Just 2 sacks, 1 for Fields and 1 for Myles Garrett. And again, no turnovers at all today for the Ravens. They are going to win this one 27-20. Not necessarily the way we wanted to draw it up,
No.
but always appreciate being on with you guys. And the fun part is we get to find out what happens in real life here in a little bit more than an hour. So again, if you want to hop on the Discord channel with us, use the invite link and be on for that Browns game chat. We'll get that one to you. If they were to drop this one today and go to 5-9, that would officially be the end of the year. So, but Browns will drop it 27-20 here. Again, I will have no greater pleasure than force winning this one a little bit later if possible. So, Kit, anything else to wrap it up?
I was just going to respond to Wendell here real quick, who says, fire Madden. And man, if we could make that decision, heck yeah. I think that's the biggest issue why Madden has the problems it does, is because they have no competition, and nor do they have to be the best versions of themselves, because they just own the contract, and there isn't anyone else out there that has any right to force them to compete and be better than they are. So unfortunately, we are stuck with what we have because of it.
Yep. Indeed. All right, we appreciate everybody being on. You guys are the best. Have a great rest of your day. Take care of yourselves. Hopefully we will see a better performance here again in just about an hour from our Browns. Enjoy the Saturday football and the beginning of this holiday week. So, for Kid out on the left coast, Phil here in Central Ohio, we are Nagy on Sports. Guys, have an awesome rest of your day. Today we will say go Ravens, and as always, go
Browns!